to this episode of Beauty to Bank. My name is Susan Bennett, and I'm the CEO of The Social Barber, and I help established beauty professionals learn how to package up your knowledge into digital products so you can avoid burnout behind the chair. So we are talking about passive income. We are talking about, some people call it mailbox money, some people call it sleep coins, whatever it is, whatever way it is that you want to make money, that's what you're able to do with digital products, okay? Now, we really want to get ahead. Now, all of my beauty professionals are very hard workers. If you really want to make money, you really want to get ahead, you really want to choose the way that you spend your time, how you make your money, okay? You got to make money regardless. But if you want to choose how you make your money, you need to have forms of passive income. You have to be able to make money in a way where you're not trading your time for money, okay? So today, right, I want to talk to you about what are you doing, okay? But before we jump into that, I do want to say that Beauty to Bank is the number one place on the web where beauty professionals learn how to make money without standing behind the chair. Okay, so we're not talking about trading time for money. We are talking about ways that you can make money. Um, let's see. So somebody said they're having a little bit of issue with the sound, but let me check into that here for you. Okay. Um, but we are talking about ways that you can make money without having to stand behind the chair. So I'm going to switch to my manual mic over here because I'm having a little bit of an issue. Just 1 second, guys. I'm going to plug this in. We are live, guys. We are live. There we go. We are live. Yes, let me know if you guys go ahead and drop a one in the comments on YouTube. If you guys can hear me okay, there is a little bit of a delay, just like there is on Instagram Live as well. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me because I want to really jump into this and get into this. Okay. All right, good. View of one's like, yes, I can hear you now. Okay, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And actually, I want to go ahead and share with my people, right, on Instagram. I am able to go ahead and share comments and things like that directly onto the screen, which I love. Okay, I love being able to share the comments and everybody else. Okay. Yes, the real season Bennett. That's right. Here I am behind the scenes. Okay. So let's just go ahead and jump into this stuff, guys. Okay. So my big thing when we're talking about what are you waiting for? Okay. A lot of times we are doing so many things. We get into a rut of doing the same thing. Okay. We get into a rut. And the thing that I really want to talk to you guys about is the fact that success is intentional. Okay. Success is intentional. And I think a lot of times like social media and it makes us feel like it's going to happen to us. Okay. It makes us feel like it's going to happen to us and that it happens by happenstance and by chance and it's not an intentional thing. Success is very intentional. And I want to share with you guys because we need to knock down some of these some of the things that hold people back from being successful. Okay. The biggest thing ever is execution. Okay. You cannot be successful if you do not execute. Okay. And you guys know I talk a lot about losing weight. It's the same thing. Okay. If you do not exercise, if you do not change your eating habits are even bigger than exercise, right? If you do not change your eating habits, you're not going to get the results that you want. There has to be an intentional change in your habits and the things that you're doing in order for you to get to the place that you want to be. Okay. And that's really how that works. So when people are waiting, people are kind of like sitting back saying, oh, you know what, I'm gonna wait. This is a common one that I hear people say all the time. Okay. And you guys go ahead and drop in the comments for me, what are the things that you feel like you need to wait for? Okay. One of the things that I hear a lot of my students saying is they say, hey, I really want to start selling digital products. I want to do an ebook. I want to start doing my own coaching and things like that online, but I need to wait until I get more followers. Okay, let me tell you what the problem with that is. Okay, so one of my students is extremely successful, and he just not he just now got to 1,800 followers. Okay, he dropped a screen grab of how much he made for the month, and it was a little over 10,000. Okay, and the thing is, guys, he just now got 1,800 followers. Okay. Now, listen, 1,800 followers is decent. Okay. That means that when you have 1,800 followers, a lot of times you know those people. It's a very intentional thing. Okay. Um, and, but the thing is that that's a common misconception. People think you need a whole bunch of followers in order to be successful. So, what you have to decide, what is your definition of success? Okay, for a lot of people, they're telling me, hey, Season, I want to make six figures, online, or I want to make six figures behind the chair. Whatever your goal is, you need to be intentional about it, and you have to start towards it. Okay, it is an active thing. It's not a passive thing. Reaching your goals is very active. Okay, so with that being said, you don't need a lot of followers to be successful. Okay. If you're, when we're talking about, whether you're standing behind the chair, whether you are selling your digital products, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to let people know how you can help them. Okay. And you don't wait until you get a whole bunch of followers and you help people, right? That's how you get the followers, is by executing, is by getting the results for people, is by doing those things. Okay. And I think a lot of times that everybody is thinking in volume as opposed to thinking in quality, right? People are thinking in quantity and not quality. And that's the thing that, you guys, we got to start now. We got to start thinking about, how are we going to help people now? Every single person that is listening to my voice right now is an expert in something. And I know the word expert scares people. They're like, well, I'm not an expert. You are an expert to somebody. Okay. You might not be an expert to yourself, but it doesn't matter what level you're at. If you're at a level 6, you can help people at level 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, there are other people that want to get to where you are right now, and so many times we take for granted all that we've done to get to where we are. Okay, remember how hard we worked to get to where we are right now? We work so hard. Like, oh my goodness, it's kind of crazy when you think about how many times you have worked so hard to get to where you are. And then once we get there, we may have celebrated, but then we kind of move on to the next thing and we take it for granted. Okay, we take it for granted. Isn't that crazy? That is literally something that we do all the time. So we need to appreciate the fact that, guess what? Where you are right now, even if you might not even be appreciating this spot right here, but there's somebody else that wishes that they were where you are right now. Okay. And that person is somebody that would love to learn from you. Hey, how did you get to where you are right now? What do I need to do to get there? Okay. And they can learn from you. And guys, guess what? You guys can jump on Zoom, and that's a digital product. You guys can teach a live class. You can have a pre-recorded class. You can have an ebook. There's so many different ways that you can teach it, but you need to stop waiting. Okay. And let me tell you, it's very interesting. I had a very interesting conversation. I had a discovery call today with somebody, and it was very interesting. It was somebody that actually used to work in corporate America like I did. I used to be a vice president at a Fortune 50 company before I quit in 2017 to be a full-time entrepreneur. And it was very interesting because in corporate America, especially in technology, right? So I have this background in technology, especially in technology, perfectionism is a thing. Okay. It's like everybody feels like you need to be perfect. Okay. Everybody feels like you need to be perfect in order to get ahead. All right. And the thing is, it's not about, everybody thinks about all of these goals like they're a destination. You understand what I'm saying? People think, when I get these followers, I will have arrived. I will have achieved what I want to achieve. When I create this digital product, right? When I create this course, when I start this masterclass, when I do this group coaching program, I will have accomplished something. Like I'm nothing now, but when I do these things, I will have accomplished something. Okay. The thing that I want to share with you guys, that everything that we're doing, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship, everything that we're doing is a journey. It's not a destination. Okay. Let me explain to you what I mean when I say that. It is a journey, not a destination. And the reason why I say that is because when you get to the place that you were going towards, right? When you get to your goal, you're going to want something different. You're going to have a new goal. You're going to have a new thing that you're going to accomplish, okay? Now the problem is that when we make this goal so big, right? We make the goal so humongous, we don't take action. Okay? We don't take action because we feel like, you know what? I'm going to do my class, right? My class is going to be just like all of the let's say billionaires how they do their class. Okay? I'm going to do it like that. You've never done a class before. You've never taught a class at all before. Okay? And so now all of a sudden you want to have videographers. Okay, that's going to cost you, you know what I'm saying, 10, 20, 30,000. You might have to wait months for them to edit your video footage. Okay? And now all of a sudden, so you're spending all this money before you're making it. You understand what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of people, they're not starting because they say, you know what? When I start, mine's going to be perfect. And people are over here, they're patting themselves on the back and they feel like I'm doing so good by not doing anything. Do, do you guys hear me? People are literally over there feeling really good about not doing anything. They're feeling so good. They're like, you know what? Listen, I didn't take any action, but I feel good about it because when my stuff comes out, my stuff's going to be perfect. But meanwhile, you're not helping anybody, including yourself. And guess what? The longer that you wait to get started, right? The line to perfection, your goal changes, right? They keep moving the goalpost backwards. All right? So you have to get started. You have to start. And the biggest part of everything that you're doing is having a community. Okay. When you have a community of people, they're okay. Things happen. If you make mistakes, people are patient. They listen to you. Like even just now, when I just started this video, okay, I'm live right now on YouTube. I have some people on Instagram watching me as well, right behind the scenes. Um, but guess what? When I first started, the people on YouTube were saying, "Hey, your sound sounds glitchy." Okay. Your sound sounds a little bit glitchy. Like I can't hear you very well. But guess what? Because I have a community, what happened is the people said, and I said, oh, wait a minute. Let me switch my mic. Give me just a second. People, you know what? My community wants to know what I'm talking about. They said, you know what? Season's going to drop some gems on here. So I'm going to be patient. Let me wait for her to switch her mic because I need to hear what she's going to say. Okay. So while you don't need to wait, you need to be building your community and build your plane while you're flying it. Okay. You have to build your community, you have to build your plane while you're flying it. So what that looks like you starting before you're ready. Okay. That's what it looks like. It looks like you starting before you're ready. You're never going to be ready. Okay. You're never going to be ready. You just have to start now. You have to do it anyways. It's just like, I hear a lot of people, you guys, for those of you guys who don't know, I am not a licensed beauty professional. You do not want me to do your hair. I never teach classes on hair, nails, or anything in the beauty industry. I just teach the business side and how you can create and sell your digital products. I have some other things about starting a t-shirt business, how to get your stuff on a billboard. I've got other business things that you can do, automations, and obviously my group coaching program about how you can create and sell digital products and get your first product out there in 30 days. Okay. That's what I do. Okay. And so with that being said, you have to start. Okay. It's going to keep getting better. Technology keeps changing. And as technology changes, I update my group coaching program. Okay. I give updates. I make it easier and easier for other people to get started, to start creating and selling their digital content. I give people templates. I'm like, hey, I'm going to show you how to create form templates. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Let me show you guys how to do email marketing. I keep updating it. You understand what I'm saying? I keep updating it and I build my plane while I'm flying it. Okay. Do I make mistakes? Yes. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something that used to really freeze me, like actually made me frozen, was the fear of making mistakes. But what was crazy is I need I need the fear of not serving others to be stronger than your fear of making mistakes. Okay? Let me say that again. Okay? I'm going to say that one more time for you. I need your fear of not using the gifts that God gave you and serving your audience to be greater than your fear of making mistakes. Okay. A lot of times, the mistakes that people are worried about making, they're very minimal mistakes. Okay. They're small mistakes that you're making. Okay. They're very little mistakes that can be made. And these mistakes can be something, oh my gosh, what if I, go live or my microphone is hot before I'm ready to start talking? What if, a lot of times the mistakes that people are worried about making, they're not they're not big. When you serve your audience, that's what matters. Okay. Sometimes I'll share with you guys kind of how my mind works. Okay. Sometimes I get scared that, because I do feel like, God has blessed me with this purpose of helping beauty professionals. And sometimes I get scared that I'm not doing enough to honor the gift that I was given. Okay. I don't know if you guys can relate to that or not. So I do feel like, God wants me to help beauty professionals. And I know that that sounds it might sound kind of weird to you, but that's literally how I feel. And so sometimes I get scared that, like, oh my gosh, God, am I doing enough? Am I helping enough people? Am I, sometimes I probably overwhelm myself thinking about this, because it is service. You understand what I'm saying? This is service. Like, you can't, if you don't take the focus off yourself, it's going to be hard for you to focus hard enough to get the results that you want and to help other people. Okay. If we're thinking about ourselves, we're going to put ourselves last on the list. Okay. But if we're thinking about other people and how we're serving other people, we're going to act differently. So I really want you guys to really start thinking about the knowledge that you have and how it will help somebody else. Okay, because the knowledge that you have will literally help somebody else. Okay, it'll help somebody, learn how to do something better, faster. They can make more money with the knowledge that you have. They can save money. They can learn how to do something faster. If something took you, like my 6-figure business system, right? That's my group coaching program. It took me almost 5 years, okay, to learn how to make 6 figures with my digital products. And now I got it. And now I can do it over and over and over. I can teach other people. I've got other students that are trending towards 6 figures as well. And so, so those things are going to help other people. And now they're doing it faster than I am. And that's the way it should be. You have to pay it forward. It is service. Okay. And I know, coming from a corporate background, sometimes I used to feel weird about charging, right? I used to feel weird. Well, if I'm serving other people, why would I charge? But guess what, guys? If you don't charge, you can't serve people. Let me say that again. Okay. Let me say that again, because I guess you guys need to really think about this. Okay. I used to feel funny about charging people for service, because just like I said, I feel like this is a service that God has put on my heart for me to help other beauty professionals, right? But if I don't charge, I can't serve people. Okay. And I hope that makes sense to you guys, because if I'm not making enough money doing the service, right? The purpose that God has given to me to help beauty professionals, if I can't do that, I'm going to have to spend my time working somewhere else to make the money that I need to make to pay my bills, to save money towards towards my family, my retirement goals, my everything else that I have, right? Other goals that I have. So you have to make money, right? It is important. We don't want, a lot of people are like, hey, I don't want to be a burden on somebody else. So you have to think about making money. That's something that needs to be really forefront in your mind. So you have to start. Okay. You have to start. You have to think about monetizing upfront. Okay. You have to, and you have to, like, I know sometimes people feel like, well, Season, I know a lot, but I don't know as much as, this other person. This other person is so amazing. I don't know as much as that person does, but I know a lot, but I look up to that person. So I feel like, how could I possibly teach something that this person is teaching, because they're on TV and they work with celebrities and they do all these different things. Like, I'm just me, right? Well, guess what? There's a lot of other people that want to hear from you. There's a lot of people that would rather learn from you than somebody else. Okay. Now, the thing, you have to put yourself out there. You have to get started. You have to start people thinking about you as an educator. Okay. And that comes with consistency. Okay. And even, guys, listen, you have to practice consistency. Okay. If you want to make consistent income with digital products, you have to practice consistency. You have to practice that. Okay. Just like you have to practice when you're standing behind the chair, you have to get yourself to a point where you have reliable income, right? Behind the chair, that you're getting your clients there. You understand, hey, it's going to be slow on this month. How do I generate? Let me do some specials. Let me send this out. Let me send out reminder emails. It's going to be super busy and slow later on. What are the things? You have to practice consistency. Okay. You have to practice. It's just like I hear a lot of people saying, hey, when you come out of school, you're not going to be good at doing this thing. Okay. It's not instant. So you have to practice. You have to start. You're not going to get better until you start. Okay. It's through the execution that you learn. Okay. And this is something that I had to, learn for myself. When we are entrepreneurs, when we're looking to do something different, when we're learning how to make money with our digital products, whatever it is that your goal is, whatever it is that you're looking to do, you have to look at it like a science experiment. Okay. So you guys know, I'm a little nerdy with my math background. Okay. So when I say you have to look at it like a science experiment, what I mean is that everything that you're doing, you're testing. Okay. You're gathering data, you're testing, and you're finding out what works and what doesn't work. That's what you're doing. You're finding out what works and what doesn't work. So when you don't get the results that you want, it's not that you should stop. It's not that it's not for you. It just means, hey, I found out something that doesn't work. Let me try something else. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something really crazy. Okay. I'm going to tell you one way that you can always reach the goals that you want to reach. Okay. I'm going to tell you one way you will always get there, every single time. And it has to do with consistency. Okay. It's the execution, the consistency, and you keep going. Okay. Now, for some people, it might be shorter or longer to get to the goal, but you have to stay with it. You have to start, and you have to be consistent, and you have to keep going. Okay. A lot of people don't want to hear that. Y'all, everybody wants to find out, how do I do it instant, overnight? How do I go viral? Nobody wants to hear this part right here. Nobody wants to hear that. It's not sexy. It's not, y'all, it's not sexy. Nobody wants to hear that part. But guys, literally every single time it works. It works every single time. That is the thing that's going to get you to the finish line. It works every single time. Okay. But it takes commitment, right? It takes commitment, and you have to stick with it. Okay. So I'm going to pause here for just a moment. So I've got I love to answer some questions. We are live. I am live on YouTube and Facebook and some places. And, I love to share the comments and everything on the screen. So I have a combination of people from Facebook and YouTube that are on here live. Okay. So today's topic on Beauty to Bake, we're talking about, what are you waiting for? Okay. So a lot of people are telling me, hey, Season, I really do want to start creating and selling digital products. And people feel like there's something that they're waiting for, right? And really, I talk about digital products, but you probably have something else. What is it? Are you waiting to lose weight? Are you waiting to buy a house? And I feel like I wanted to talk about this because I feel like a lot of times we get into a rut and we get very complacent. We get very comfortable where we are right now. It's predictable. There's no disappointment. There's no disappointment if we don't try to change anything. We just stay the same. We're not disappointed. Okay, right? Because if you put yourself out and you try something new and you don't get the results that you want, you can get disappointed. You might get let down, right? But guess what? If you don't try, you won't be disappointed. But guess what else? If you don't try, you're not going to succeed. All right. So I'm going to pause here and see, um, what are some of the things that you guys are looking towards? What are some questions that you guys have? And I do want to share with you guys. I don't know if you guys saw the big announcement yesterday, but Kim Kimball is coming to Charlotte for her first live event in at least 2 years now. And she's actually going to be having two different events in Charlotte. Okay. One of the events is going to be a live class where she's going to be talking about seven figure salon secrets. And the second one is a mastermind dinner. Okay. Now, both of these events are in person, right? I know we're doing that. We're getting back out there, guys. So they are in-person events. So there's extremely limited availability. Okay. And so with that being said, the tickets will go live and they'll go on sale on they'll go on sale today at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if that's something that you guys are interested in doing, I do want to go ahead and share that with you guys. Okay. So this is my live show, Beauty to Bank. I've been doing this, guys. I'm coming up on my year anniversary. I started February 24th of 2021 on this show. So this is the number one place on the web where beauty professionals learn how to make money without standing behind the chair. And so I love to come on here each and every week. I want to inspire you. I want to motivate you. I want to, think about, what are some things that can help my community? Okay, what are some of the things that I can do and I can share with you guys that can help you get, overcome some of the obstacles that you might have. Okay. So I want to share some of the comments that some of my people have shared here. I see Cassandra said, yes, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Daniel said, I stopped waiting. I am doing now. Let's see here. We've got, Cassandra said she cannot wait for Kim's event. Good stuff. Okay. Um, in addition, let's see here. We have a lot of comments, but I wanted to, I'm trying to pull up just some of the people here. John Duckett said that's good. She's got some gems and a heart. Okay. Let's see here. And I can always rely on this guy to say season is always the reason. Okay, I appreciate that. All right. Um, but guys, let me know. I'm looking to bring some more live guests on here as well. Right, kind of getting back to that with some of my live guests. Let me know some of the people that you guys would love to see on here. We're also, I want to make sure that you guys see in the comments, I've put a link there where you can go ahead and join my texting community so that you guys won't miss out on things. Sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, right? When you're complaining about the algorithm, you need to make sure you're on my email list. You need to make sure that you're on my texting list so that you guys don't miss out on certain things, okay? As well as if you guys do want to do a discovery call, I've added the link there as well. It's a free discovery call and find out the secret to how I started making six figures with my digital products. And guys, listen, when I first hit the six-figure mark, the crazy part is that I was doing $27 and $39 products. So they were not super expensive. Okay. So definitely check out those links. I have them in the description, wherever it is that you're watching me. If you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, you guys can see those things in there in the description. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. If you have a question, please go ahead and text me on the texting link on my texting community, and I would love to answer, or you can DM me everywhere. I am the social barber. Guys, this has been Beauty to Bank. All right. The number one place on the web where beauty professionals learn how to make money without standing behind the chair. And I am your host, Susan Bennett, signing off. Thank you.